this morning, I welcome Karen Lockyer to this call. I did a facial exercise and massage class last week. This kind of lockdown made me feel like I wanted to treat myself. So I came across Karen's class. I took it. I was delighted. I loved it. I'm going to do it again. It's going to become a regular for me. I'll just leave it to you to tell us a little bit your story, how you came to do what you're doing now.
Basically, I trained originally as a beauty therapist, massage therapist. I was really lucky because I trained at Champneys Health Farm, so that was quite a privilege, really. So that was a really good training, and I moved to London. I was only 17 when I trained.
Wow.
And or 17, 18, and then I moved pretty much straight to London. And yeah, I got a job. I worked in beauty therapy in salons, in dance studios, health studios, for about 5 years. But all that time I had this kind of passion. I was always slightly alternative, I suppose, having been brought up on a farm. I was not quite the sort of normal farm girl, and I always had this kind of want for that kind of fashion and that sort of thing. So I was looking at a way in, and I was really fortunate, and I met a makeup artist, and I started working with her and assisting her, and it was in the early 80s. So it was at a time when there was a lot of music videos being done, etc. So I started in music, and I mean, you literally start from carrying bags and slowly being allowed to touch faces. So I did my kind of apprenticeship. Actually, the first job I did was Cult Club video with Boy George, and I met George's makeup artist, and we clicked, and I became her assistant. So I started doing all the kind of big bands in the 80s, which was great fun. And I learnt my trade. Last January, I set up a thing called the Graceful Disgraceful Makeup Experience. And it was aimed at the pro-age woman. Because I'm older now, it would be really nice to sort of almost reinvent myself in a way as a makeup artist, and kind of work very much with sort of more old, when I'm not older, but more sort of pro-age women. And that's sort of what took me to Graceful Disgraceful. And I started these workshops, which were very much face-to-face, and it was going great guns. I was doing really well. And of course, suddenly just couldn't do it. So I kind of was thinking, oh my goodness, what can I do? What can I do? And I can do makeup this way, but it's really hard because obviously the participant, the other side of the screen, needs so many things. And I thought, what would be easy? And then I thought, I've always kept up, you know, I've always been about the face. I've always worked on faces, and I've always kept up my massage. And I thought, you know, I could do a workout, you know, with the massage and the exercises which you experience. So I set up the Graceful Disgraceful facial workout, which I do obviously online, which is fantastic. So that's, you know, I've had very good feedback. So I know that people are enjoying it. And I've also been, I'm now offering it on Airbnb experiences. So that's quite good fun because it opens it up to the world, which is a bit scary. And so far I've done a facial workout in America, in New Zealand, in Switzerland, all over the place. So yeah, so that's really good fun as well. I like to keep it really small, and 3 is probably my favored amount because then I can see everybody, and I've just got 4, including me, on the screen. So it works really well. But if everybody knows each other, I could take a few more, I guess. But yeah, 3 on the screen is great.
I was quite impressed actually how you were able to kind of, you know, keep everybody in view and give feedback and, you know, help out. I thought you did that extremely well. I felt really well taken care of.
Thank you. Yes, I think that would be the problem, to go too big, to have too many people. You'd lose that ability to be able to do that.
Yeah. Now, how has makeup changed through the years? But also, how does makeup change when we get older? So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. Makeup has changed quite a lot through the years, to be honest. Actual physical makeup has changed, because obviously it's a minefield when you go shopping. There's so much makeup now. But what's happened is things like the particles of makeup are much finer. So, like, for instance, a powder from, say, our Mother's Day was very, very chalky and quite heavy. But now most of the pressed powders are very, very fine particles, so they sit much better on the skin, and you have that, like, you go, oh, don't put too much powder around my eyes, because it's very aging. You don't get that so much now, because the particles are sit really nicely on the skin. Also, it adapts with skin tones, skin types. So I think makeup's become quite clever. So it is quite different. And the other thing is, which again for age is fantastic and for youth, is the invention of light reflection. So we have lots of products now that reflect the light, and it gives you, for if you're young, it gives you that very dewy look, but if you're older, it's also quite youthful on the skin. So I always say, don't be afraid of it, because it can really kind of lift your face. It can lighten dark areas. So yeah, I think it has changed a lot, and I think there's lots of. I'm a very natural makeup artist. I've always been, and I tended to get booked for natural type, lots of bridal magazines, that kind of thing, and lots of very, like, no makeup makeups, that kind of thing.
Yes, yeah, my type of makeup.
Yeah, and my type of makeup. I mean, I do like a bit of lipstick now and again, but especially coming on Zoom.
Yeah.
But, and also because obviously in my class, in my workshops, I have pretty much no makeup, because we're very using oils and creams. But yeah, so I think I've lost the thread now. Tell me, what was I saying?
Well, I was asking about, how has makeup changed from when you started to now, which you talked about, and also kind of like, you said you are now really focusing more on, the more mature woman, 50 plus maybe. So what's changing there? How is that different than?
I think I've got it back now, what I was saying. The whole point is, like, for instance, my Graceful Disgraceful makeup experience was very much on the natural glow. So I very much into skin, I like skin to look great. So that would be my starting point, and bring in all those kind of light reflecting type products. So that would probably be the number one change, maybe. I think also what happens is a lot of women do the same thing they did when they were 20, and they find it quite hard to get away from doing that. So it's also just sort of showing them other alternatives. Keep away from maybe the heavy eyeliner, maybe be brave to change your colors. I mean, I believe that most people can wear most colors. It's just how you put it on, so and it's also maybe just showing different techniques, really, of how to apply it. And everybody leaves with a natural glow, and that's kind of, and usually feeling a lot better about themselves. So makeup is, I've always said also that makeup is so much more than makeup. It's obviously, also I work very close face to face with women all the time, since I was 17, and I can say that it definitely makes a huge difference to sit with somebody, having a great chat, and
Mm.
changing the way they look, even if it's only very slightly, can make such a
Yes.
huge difference to how you
Yes.
feel about yourself.
Mhm.
And so it's all about that as well. It's kind of a boost to your well-being, I guess.
Yes, I think it is, and I'm looking forward to when you do them again, so that I can come along and learn a few things.
Fantastic.
I've never been big into makeup, I have to say, you know,
Have to be,
and
honestly.
I just, when I was young, it was kind of mascara and kohl around the bottom of the eyelid, and you know, that dark kind of blackness, that kind of, but also quite subtle blusher and a bit of lipstick occasionally. And that was kind of it. And I'm still kind of sticking to that, apart from the fact that I don't surround my eyes with black anymore. But,
Yeah,
you know, as
some
we
women
get
do though.
older, obviously. Well, I don't. And also, you know, we talked about the health of the skin. You know, the healthier that your skin is, the less you need, really. You know, then you just need to accentuate. The things that I perhaps struggle with are that, you know, the eyebrows are not as bushy and dark and lovely shaped as they used to be, and the eyelids, eyelashes. I mean, you know, I sometimes look at young women's eyelashes and I think, I know I used to have long eyelashes like that. And what happened to them? You know, where did they go? So there is those things. There's also, I feel, this learning to just love who you are at whatever age and be okay with that, and not having the feeling
Exactly.
like, you know, that's gone and now I'm lacking something.
I don't understand that. because because everybody gets older. Doesn't matter what
Yes.
you do, doesn't matter what you inject in your face, or you're
Yeah.
still going to get older, you know.
Yes.
And I mean, I'd much rather see a natural face, personally.
Mm.
Um,
Yes.
and I think it
Yeah.
is more about what's going on in your head than anything else. So yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like anyone else. I look in the mirror and think, oh, what's happened? Hence all the exercise and the massage. And it does help. But it is, sorry, I've got a hair. It is about how it's a confidence thing as well, isn't it? Being
Hmm.
confident, how
Yeah.
you look. And there's no way I'm going to change who I am
Mm.
just because I'm older. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
I think
Well, I
sometimes
think
we
that
hide
is
maybe.
perhaps also the benefit that we do may perhaps gain some more confidence as we get older, and it doesn't matter that much. But on the other hand, so you know, for me, it was sort of, there was a point in my life, perhaps when I just kind of had hit 50, you know, um, 25 years married, you know, he loves me whichever way, if I come just out of the shower or out of bed, doesn't matter. And suddenly you think, oh, it doesn't matter, you know, it doesn't matter whether I put makeup on or what I look like or what my hair looks like. And then at some point, and actually was when I started to work with beauty products that I wasn't actually that into initially, you know, but then suddenly thought, no, this is about self-care. This is about how I want to feel on the inside. This isn't about, you know, oh, look at me, I'm looking great, or getting other people's approval, or having other people think I look great. It's about me and that time in the bathroom that I spend on my face. And these mornings I do my massage that you taught us. You know, I've forgotten a lot of the other ones, but so occasionally I do the kind of scissoring. You know, it's my time, isn't it? It's my personal time. It's my spa time in the bathroom, and that makes me feel good on the inside. And I think that's really, really important. We have a person who's just kind of commenting. She just, Lynn, thanks, Lynn. Lynn says, yes, less is always more. She just also just agreed with our idea of, you know, it's not about it's not for others. Just like dressing up isn't really for others, is it? It is really for ourselves. And yeah, what's up for you? What do you think is your next? So, I mean, obviously we all have hope to get out of lockdown, and but
Going to be an announcement today and it doesn't sound good. I just heard the news. What do I hope? I don't know. I'm hoping that once this is over, I would like to get back to doing my face-to-face workshops and seeing where I can take that. I'm not really sure where I can take that because I'm only one person, so it's quite hard to sort of think. And I'm not really sure. Just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm very into, I think probably quite similar to what you're saying, is sort of championing health and well-being, especially in kind of pro-age women. I'm all about the pro-age, which is about aging gracefully, I guess.
Yes,
hence
exactly.
Gracefully, disgracefully. But yeah, naturally, I guess is the word. But that doesn't mean that you don't do everything you can to make yourself feel and look good. So
it's that fine balance, isn't it?
There's one other thing that I'm sort of thinking about is I'm not quite sure, but sort of like a makeup mentor, I like to say, which is bringing maybe all the things we've just been talking about, kind of bringing it together and maybe offering like sort of consultation times. Again, that could be done this way, and then maybe then also being able to signpost to other people if I feel that people have other needs that I can't obviously offer everything. So that's one of my kind of thoughts that I want to do.
Great. That sounds really fantastic. And I think that is how things go. You know, you do something and out of it grows something else, and we just carry on evolving in that way. I really would like you to share something with us that everybody could do at home to just give their face a little bit of attention. Would you be happy to do that?
Yes, I have to quickly think of something that I could do. Okay, I think finding your pressure points is quite a good one. So like if you're a little bit headachy or a bit stressed, let me just take my glasses off for a second. Now I've lost you. Okay, so a good one is, so just take your, actually first of all, if you just warm up your hands a little bit. Just get them. She got it. Get your hands a little bit warmer, just so they're supple. And then if you take your index finger, and then if you bring between your eyebrows, if you pull upwards, and if you hold there, a little bit of pressure, you should find, if you have your pressure points there, you'll find it because it'll be a little bit painful. That's a really good point. It also helps with your sinuses. So just then release the pressure, and then if you come out, take your fingers and just into your temples, probably into your hairline. There's a pressure point there, and if you just do little circles, that's really good. And another one which is good for it's very good for tension, but it's also good for toning and sculpting of the face, is this one. If you remember, we did this one. So you put your fingers into like a fist, and then you move your fingers like this into your face. So when you do anything for massage on the face, all the pressure is up, and then you release on the down, so you don't drag your skin down. It's harder when you don't have any oil or anything on your face, but it's still possible. But if you quite a little bit of pressure right into the cheekbone, it's really nice. Is that good?
I muted myself so I don't keep popping up on the screen. Yes, that was great. That was great. And also thank you very much for reminding me of those things. Look, my cheeks got all a bit rosy from doing this.
There you go.
Karen, this has been a great conversation. I hope you enjoyed it too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's really good.
Thank you so much. I just want to say to everybody, it's really worth doing. It was so much fun. I mean, first of all, you know, you meet some other women, you have some great giggles. You see how everybody has another weakness in their face that they're concerned about. It was quite interesting, wasn't it? For some it was the jowls, for some it was these, and everybody kind of focuses on one thing that they feel.
And me as well. And it's all very light-hearted.
It was the neck, wasn't it?
Yeah,
the neck.
mine is always the neck. Yeah.
It's really affordable. It's a wonderful hour. Treat yourself. I highly, highly recommend it. You're going to feel relaxed afterwards. You will see the difference in your face and you'll learn some things that you can apply every day. So Lynn says, thank you for sharing. Have a great day. Maggie says, thank you, Gabriela and Karen. It's been great. So thank you very much, Karen. And we'll be speaking anyway. We'll be in touch.
Yeah,
thanks
fantastic.
a lot.
Thank you.
Take care. Have a great day.